Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about setups in the crypto market right now, ICP's current positioning. The charts are flashing signals traders haven't seen in months. The community is split on what comes next, and the technical indicators are heating up in ways that demand attention. This isn't going to be a surface-level conversation. We're unpacking the key metrics, the hidden momentum, the bearish warnings, and the bullish activity that has whales quietly moving capital while retail sentiment stays confused. Stick around, because by the end of this breakdown, you might view ICP through an entirely different lens. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making any investment decisions. Let's begin with what sparked this sudden wave of interest. As soon as the holiday weekend wrapped up, ICP's on-chain transfer activity bounced back from the low-volume slump typical during long breaks. Wallet-to-wallet movement surged, and that alone caught the eyes of analysts tracking accumulation patterns. But what really turned heads was the quiet upgrade rollout related to Bitcoin DeFi, something barely anyone has been discussing publicly. While the majority of traders looked at charts and panicked over price drops, the underlying metrics told a much different story. One detail that stands out is that ICP is still outperforming Bitcoin on a monthly basis, gaining more than 30% against BTC, even while dollar-denominated prices have been sliding. In a period where the broader market has been shaky and Bitcoin itself recorded a roughly 20% decline throughout November, that type of relative strength is not something to ignore. When an altcoin holds firm against Bitcoin's dominance, especially in uncertain conditions, it usually signals that something important is happening under the surface. A prominent market analyst recently shared a chart that instantly caught the market's attention, a massive multi-year falling wedge taking shape on ICP's weekly time frame. According to the analysis, the price has been tightening between long-term resistance and a steady support zone, all compressing toward a critical apex near $3.60. Historically, when wedges like this fully mature, they've often triggered explosive upside moves. And in this case, the analyst's breakout target extends well beyond $20. It sounds exciting, almost too good to ignore, but veteran traders know the truth. Not every breakout delivers on its promise. As of December 2, 2025, ICP trades around $3.65, roughly 8% down from the recent attempt to reclaim the $4 level. And here's the strange part. The drop wasn't driven by bad news. There wasn't a hack, no internal scandal, no mass token unlock, no developer controversy, nothing. The move appears to be pure market volatility. Meanwhile, the project has continued delivering upgrades, including AI-assisted development features and deeper integrations with Bitcoin-based decentralized finance. In terms of productivity, the team has been moving forward steadily, but the market hasn't shown the same enthusiasm. Altcoins across the board have been recovering, yet ICP's price action has lagged behind, creating a contrast that sparked a wave of skepticism in the replies to the falling wedge analysis. Many community members responded with caution, calling the bullish interpretation unrealistic or premature. Countless traders are tired of waiting for breakouts that never materialize, especially after months of hearing "it's about to explode" claims that never played out. According to data from IC Terminal, ICP's wallet-to-wallet transfer volume dropped sharply to around 12 million tokens during the late November holiday period. That kind of seasonal slowdown is normal. Most people are more focused on traveling, family gatherings, or resting than actively moving crypto assets. But the post-holiday bounce in volume is significant because sudden increases in token movement can hint at a shift in sentiment. It's often an early indicator of renewed engagement, whether from smart money accumulation or upcoming distribution. Currently, the price remains around the $3.70 range, stable but unremarkable. Still, the uptick in on-chain activity is something traders should be watching closely. Positioning sentiment adds another layer of complexity to the picture. A comparison chart circulating online shows ICP holding second place among major altcoins in 24-hour performance relative to Bitcoin, rising 1.27% against BTC. This puts it ahead of well-known names like Solana and Litecoin, which recorded declines during the same period. Looking at the monthly view, ICP's impressive 30% gain over Bitcoin becomes even more clear, especially considering Bitcoin's drop in USD value. While some investors only focus on the raw USD price, seasoned analysts know that relative strength against BTC often reveals true market behavior. ICP quietly maintaining an edge over Bitcoin, while the rest of the market wavers, suggests a core group of holders and traders who remain confident in the long-term potential of the network. One of the standout developments contributing to this confidence is the upcoming implementation of true atomic swaps, without bridges, wrappers, or intermediary risk. A community developer explained that ICP is approaching the ability to facilitate instant, trustless cross-chain trades in a way that no other blockchain currently supports. This is an enormous technical milestone. Bridges have historically been one of the most vulnerable components in crypto, responsible for billions of dollars in losses across multiple ecosystems. A trustless, native method for atomic cross-chain interactions is the kind of breakthrough that could significantly raise ICP's appeal among both developers and everyday users. A decentralized application named Caffeine, developed by ICP Hub, is at the center of this innovation. The developer working on the project claimed it has them more excited than actual caffeine, which says a lot considering how demanding development environments can be. If ICP succeeds here, the ecosystem instantly becomes easier for ordinary users to adopt, not just crypto veterans who know how to navigate complicated workflows. More accessibility leads to more adoption, and adoption typically brings real demand, which ultimately affects token price. Dominic Williams, ICP's founder, confirmed that Caffeine AI would continue expanding its features and rolling out improvements. From his perspective, ICP is one of the very few blockchain networks capable of reaching real, sustained profitability based on actual usage rather than speculation. This stands in contrast to the majority of crypto projects, which rely almost entirely on hype and narrative to maintain value. Now let's pivot to the trading side, because this is where things get especially interesting. A well-known trader publicly shared their complete ICP trading history, which in hindsight looks incredibly well-timed. They entered ICP around $3.40, exited at $9.50, captured a sizable gain, and then shorted from $9.50 down into the mid-$5 range, another solid profit. Now they've re-entered again, near $3.66. Their thesis is that ICP may be gearing up for another upward move in the near future. It's a risky call, but this particular trader has accurately predicted two major swings already. Whether they can nail a third one remains to be seen, but it's worth paying attention to someone who's been repeatedly correct on the same asset. Of course, not everyone shares this optimistic outlook. Another technical analyst pointed out ICP's intense spike towards $6.80 before it fully reversed and landed right back in its previous range. This analyst described it as a textbook post-squeeze bleed. According to their assessment, the easy money from the earlier squeeze has already been pocketed, and the market may be entering a cooling phase. Their chart puts key resistance between $4.30 and $4.50. As long as ICP remains below that zone, their indicators show a downward trend. In their view, the most likely scenario is a slow, grinding decline or sideways movement with no immediate explosive upside. The $3.40 to $3.50 region is crucial support. If that level gives way, they argue the next logical target is in the $2 zone, a significant drop from where the token stands today. This creates a dramatic contrast in expectations. One analyst sees another rally forming, while another warns of a possible 40% downside. The divide shows exactly why traders are on edge. Now let's talk about a question that made its way around social media recently. Someone asked whether holding 20,000 ICP tokens is enough to retire at today's prices. With ICP sitting near $3.65, that stack is worth roughly $73,000. It's a respectable amount, but it's far from retirement-level money unless someone plans to live extremely frugally. However, the hypothetical becomes interesting when you look at various price scenarios. If ICP reaches conservative targets for 2025, around $20 to $35, that same 20,000 token stack could be worth between $400,000 and $700,000. More bullish projections aim for $40 to $50, potentially reaching $1 million. Even then, using the standard 4% safe withdrawal rate, the expected yearly passive income would range between $16,000 and $40,000. Enough for a modest lifestyle, but nowhere near luxury. Staking adds another dimension. With current yields around 5 to 10%, a holder could generate between $3,650 and $7,300 annually at today's prices. If ICP hits $20, staking alone could produce $20,000 to $40,000 per year. That's when things start looking more feasible, but it still depends on the market staying stable and avoiding major crashes. Here's the real challenge. ICP is far more volatile than Bitcoin. The token's volatility index is nearly double, meaning your portfolio could swing wildly. A single bad year might wipe out half or more of your total value. Crypto requires a different level of risk tolerance. Compared to safer assets like bonds or dividend stocks, ICP sits firmly in the high-risk, high-reward zone. Multiple market trackers report that ICP's strong November rally was driven by short squeezes and high-volume breakout attempts around the $4.20 level. But the steep drop that followed, over 7.3% on December 1st, indicates instability. No major catalyst has emerged to drive renewed momentum, and until the market regains confidence, sideways or downward price action remains on the table. Reclaiming the $4.50 resistance level is absolutely essential for any chance at sustained growth from here. So here's the bottom line. ICP is at a decisive moment. The multi-year falling wedge pattern is real, and historically setups like this often lead to major moves. The ecosystem continues to innovate with AI tools, Bitcoin DeFi features, and groundbreaking atomic swap technology all progressing at the same time. On-chain activity is recovering post-holiday, and ICP has shown surprising resilience against Bitcoin over the past month. Yet the technical picture remains messy. The token sits below critical resistance, and the post-squeeze decline shows that bullish momentum is fragile. Whether the next major move is higher or lower will depend on how the price behaves at these key support and resistance levels. For now, caution, patience, and disciplined risk management are essential. So, what do you think about ICP's current position? Are you bullish on its growth in AI and DeFi? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found value in this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay cautious, and I'll catch you in the next one.